Hello. So as you can see here, I've got an empty fermenting jar. This wasn't supposed to be empty, but we had a little bit of an incident. In the first video I said this.
I wasn't sure exactly how the gelatin would play with the yeast.
And, well, what happened was I didn't understand the concept of gelatin in general. When you make jelly or jello, you have to add in hot water and cold water. The hot water activates the gelatin because I wasn't adding in that hot water. But the crucial component I forgot was that the Haribo's already got activated gelatin in it to make the Haribo. So that as the yeast in the water penetrated the Haribo in the mead, then the gelatin just seeped out and just completely gelatinized it and blew up. Now, I could just give up here, but I refuse to be bested, so I've come up with an idea, and what I'm going to try and do is boil off the gelatin. Now, you can't boil off gelatin per se, but what I'm wanting to check is whether or not, if I get it up to boiling point, if that'll just completely ruin the effectiveness of the gelatin. But there's only one way to find out.
Right then, you lot, take your Haribo, put them in the pan. I got 2 containers of them, and then top it up with water. I think I used 3 of the containers. Don't burn your apartment down, and they will melt, just take a bit of time, then eventually will look like this, and then it will hit boiling point, which point leave it for about 5 or 10 minutes and then take it off the heat. Now what I did here was I actually left it to cool overnight just to see if it would re-gelatinize or not. Now we're using the 1116, this is actually a half packet I had left over, and then top it with hot water and then give it a shake. You know the drill at this point. And just top it off with water and then add in some extra sweetness for the honey and then do a gravity measure, and it's a lot sweeter than I expected it to be. Put in your yeast mixture into the jar. I also added in Fermento to give it some extra yeast nutrient, and then give it a stir. And then I also added in clay bentonite, which I rehydrated. This just helps it clear up. And then pop an airlock on, come back in a few weeks and we'll see the results.